Hey guys, hope you are good and while the markets are making bullish flag pattern in this zone in the 4 hour at time frame and markets critical on this zone to because more trades are put on this zone. So if we draw veins or bullish flag pattern like zone, then market clearly tell us that the market going towards in the upward direction is a one, two, and three. Actually, if market break this zone with a high volume, then market continues towards upward direction. So if markets making a arrow on the downward side with a high volume, if market break this zone on the downward side with the high volume, then market continues towards downward direction. And here is the next order block of the market to skip the new beginner traders. And here is zone the market going towards upward direction with this order block and continues towards upward direction because market retest recently this zone on the 3800 level. So if market making a market complete M pattern on this zone to creating a high on this market, and the also the more traders like if we see the gold legacy report, then market 83.75 to 4% FOMC cut weight in October and 6.6 trillion balance sheet at the start of December. The Fed is forecast to cut weights in December is employment goals, and Fed Chair Paul says a further weight cut in December is not a foregone decision and acknowledged voices calling for the Fed and Jerome Powell has more hawkish than many expected during the central bank press conference last week, and Goldman Sachs Research still expects policymakers to lower their target rate again this year. And while the press conference played out somewhat differently than we expected, and we have not changed our Fed forecast and continue to see a December cut as quite likely. So Goldman Sachs research also expects to 25 basis point cuts in March and June 2026 to a terminal rate of 3 to 3.25%. So we suspect that there is substantial opposition on the Federal Open Markets Committee to the risk management cuts, and the Powell thought it was important to voice other participants' concern today in his press conference. Miracle, and if market break this zone with a high volume, then market retest this zone and continues towards upward direction. If market break this zone with high volume, then market retest this zone and continues toward upward direction. Otherwise, market ranging range or consolidate on this zone. Here is the latest support 38 almost 3800 to 4800 is the latest zone in the market, and market also making a bullish flag pattern on this zone. That when market retest this zone, then market continues towards upward direction with the high volume. And gold legacy report is that more 83.86% traders of money management are in the long positions and holds a gold reserve data to different countries. More of the reports and swap traders are by 50,000 like swap traders and money management are in the market. Almost 2 5 and Tetra Zero are in the positions. So hopefully viewers, this video is helpful for you, and there is the two scenario of the markets. If market towards in the downward direction and market retest this zone, when touch this zone, then market continues towards upward direction, and otherwise market consolidate on this zone. If market wins with low volume, then market ranging in this zone or consolidation. So if market making the high volume and the market, then market continues toward upward direction.